We're here at KNOTFEST 2024 with Sam and James from Alexandria. Boys, how are we?
Can't complain.
Good, man.
That's
it's nice
the
to have a bit of cloud cover today.
Yeah, that's it. Nice. Pleasure to meet you guys. I've been following for fucking ever. So it's so cool to finally see you guys here.
Cheers.
How long has it been since you guys have been down here in Australia?
We talked about this earlier, didn't we? I think it's 2015, 2016. We're not quite sure. But
So that was for the Black album.
well, it must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been around
It's been around that time, yeah.
That's crazy.
Too long.
Too long. That's right.
Too long.
How was the Melbourne and Sydney shows?
They were awesome. They were awesome.
All the shows have been great.
They were a lot hotter. A lot hotter than this
Yeah.
one,
Was it a bit nicer to have a bit of
It was, I'm saying. It's
steamier
nice,
in Brisbane?
Yeah, but I mean, it was still pretty sweaty. There's not really much anywhere. Like,
Of course.
there's nowhere for the water to go. It's
yeah,
very moist in the air
Yeah.
because it's raining the whole day.
Absolutely.
But
Imagine we all went out in ponchos.
yeah, right.
no sweatsuits.
I'm just glad that everyone's a trooper, man. They're just out there in the rain, just having a fucking blast. I'm like,
Yeah,
hell
I love it. I
Good
love it.
times, good times.
Yeah, and so you played the sideshow in Melbourne as well. Is it how do you like? Do you prefer the more intimate shows, or how does that compare to the
They're
festival?
just so different, such a different kind of show, isn't it? Really, I like the festivals in a different way than I like the sideshows. You know,
Yeah.
Obviously the sideshows, the ones that are ours, are all our fans. Everyone knows the words. It's going to be a good show. You know.
Yeah, it's because they're both sold out, so they're full of our fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like
So it's just different. See, here there's obviously a lot of our fans still, but there's a lot of other fans. You know,
Of
there's
course.
There's Disturbed fans.
it's a different kind of like gratification when you come off and it's been a really good show at a festival because like, you've won a lot of fans over. So.
yeah. Oh, is that when, like in the
Felt-
festival ones?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're working. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Working for
you're working for it, and I think it is. It's like sometimes it's
The
like
festival ones are
really
more.
gratifying. You know?
Yeah, so they're more presentation based rather than the intimate ones, which are more pleasure, in a sense. You know what I mean?
Intimate ones is like that. These people they've been wanting to see us for ages, haven't had a chance. Now they get the chance. They're going to come see us, and we get to play longer.
I was going to say, festivals definitely in and out, isn't it? You're on such a strict time because there's so many of the bands that need to go
Yeah.
on. You don't want to be that band that's like, goes over. But you have the luxury of just kind of taking your time at your own shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Danny
it.
gets to mess around.
There's a bit of banter.
Bit
Yeah.
of banter. And we fuck
Way
around
more
on stage.
shoeies from Cameron. You know?
Yeah, Cameron did a shoey in Melbourne.
We picked the worst looking shoe for him as well. It was great.
You know, it was a big old leather boot.
All right, Brisbane, you know what to do.
Cam's going to do a shoey. Try to find us a really bad one and we'll make him do it.
Yeah, it's a proper minging shoey.
So obviously last year we got the Where Do We Go From Here album. Yep. And then you just followed it up with the Dark Void EP, which obviously both were amazing. Was Dark Void something that was written for the album, or was it sort of left aside? And
So Dark Void's it's on the record, and it was the first single, track that we released, but it was never wasn't like a radio track or like something like that. It was just here's a taste of the album.
Yeah, right.
I think we purposely put one of the heavier ones out first, something that we're definitely leaning towards anyway. So
Yeah.
it was nice. Felt excited to do that.
Right.
So it was just sort of like the EP was just sort of like, this is a song that obviously a lot of people like. You know, we play it all the time, and people really.
Also, with it
enjoy
being a heavier song on the record, it was nice to give different perspectives of the song in one EP. You know,
Yeah.
obviously there's a stripped down version with Danny, and it's beautiful. It gives the song a whole new light that you wouldn't necessarily hear on the album. And then you got the Sullivan King version, which is just heavy in its own way. You know?
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
it's sick. You know,
A little bit of a throwback to, like we used to do the stepped up and
Yeah,
scratch,
yeah.
and we used to do a lot of like electronic sort of stuff, and it's a
Yeah.
little bit of a nod to that part of our
Yeah.
past, yeah.
just
The lineage
us
of
as a band.
Asking Alexandria.
Totally.
Yeah. No, cool. And obviously, kicking off next month, you've got the All My Friends tour with Memphis Mayfire, The Word Alive, and Nerve. Whose idea was that amazing video for the socials?
That was Danny. I think it was Danny.
That was a Danny
Okay.
brainchild.
He asked to take
right?
reins on that. I didn't even know anything about that until the night before we released it. I just got it sent to me. I was like, what the fuck is this?
What are we doing?
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, yes.
He was like, we
Nailed
need
it.
to do a Mean Girls-esque.
Because he's friends with he's friends with Matty and Telly, and we all are. So it was just nice to be able to call each other up and just
we've
figure it out.
We've
without anyone else
done,
getting
we've
involved.
done so many tours of both those bands in the past, and it's just a little. It's nice to sort of.
It's definitely something we would have done a long time ago. So
Yeah. I think being a little bit, tongue in cheek, a little bit funny, a little bit bit more light-hearted is something that we might start doing a little bit more of. It's just
what we're like anyway, you know.
That's
We don't
us as
take-
people. We're not very serious. We do make jokes.
Too many sometimes. Sometimes way too many jokes. So You have to be careful.
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Van talk.
Yeah, Van Duck. Yeah. No, but so I think it's you might see more of those sort of things from.
Especially touring with your
Excellent.
friends, you know, like
Absolutely.
can't help it.
There might be some more funny content for people to watch.
Excellent. No, I love that. Especially when you look at the scene as a whole. It's aggressive, angry music that also has those, the feels behind it. So it's good to have
Totally.
the funniness in it. Yeah,
No.
definitely.
And we used to do loads of dumb.
We've
videos.
never really taken ourselves too seriously, and that's something that we were talking about at these headline shows. It's like we get to actually be ourselves at some of the headline shows because we get time to have a bit of banter with everybody, and we get to see us for us,
It's been nice as well. Like before this, we did a bunch of a South American thing, South American tour, and it's more difficult with a language barrier to have those intimacies.
Yeah,
and jokes
true.
And stuff. So it's nice to come back to Australia, and it's obviously Aussies like the banter just like we do. So it's been fun. It's been
Yeah.
refreshing. It's been nice.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's. Oh, not tomorrow. The day after.
The day
tomorrow.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day after.
It's good.
Yeah, excellent.
Be
So,
good.
but you guys must be super stoked to head to take the tour across North America.
Absolutely.
Are we going to see other countries added to that later on down the track?
We'll see. We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
we've got some plans, but we really try to hit a bunch of territories and countries and areas that we haven't really had a chance to play in the
In
start.
9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
we like I was saying, we played South America, and we're doing some festivals in the UK.
Yeah.
And then so it's the whole COVID thing kind of made it difficult to travel around the world. and do
absolutely.
stuff, as everyone knew. So we're sort of trying to make up for lost time, lost ground. For sure.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
I think we said that, and I'm right now, currently sat here. I'm kind of regretting it. I'm knackered.
I'm knackered. Fucking too much flying, mate.
Oh mate.
Oh, obviously, we'd love to see you guys back down here soon for
Yeah,
a
for
proper tour.
Real one, yeah.
So if the All My Friends tour gets down here, that'd be excellent.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do some. We're doing a bunch of festivals and a bunch of these sort of shows. Some headline ones littered in between, but we're just sort of prepping because I would like to do.
It's been the topic of conversation throughout the past month, hasn't it? Really, doing obviously South America, the festivals there and the festivals here. It's we don't want to leave it as long as we have in the past. I think it's quite apparent that people that come to shows please don't leave it as long as you have.
Yeah.
And it's time to start listening. I think coming back for sure.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you very much for your time. It's been a
worries.
pleasure having you here. So
Cool, man. Thank you.
awesome. Cheers.
Appreciate it.